With a game as big and as grand as Hypixel Skyblock, there are plenty of items in which are not well known or very good, even. And as such, those items sometimes go under the radar and are sometimes considered useless. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. By the way, I have a brand new texture pack, so let me know what y'all think. And if you do enjoy, please like, subscribe. I don't even have my own little subscriber ratio, but let's get right into this useless item. So the Reforge that we are going to be talking about today, well, I kind of just spoiled it there, is a Reforge stone called the Salmon Opal. It is a drop from Treasure Hoarders, and my gosh, this description is insane. And fun fact, it is actually the first two paragraphs of the Wikipedia article about opal. Its description reads,
Opal is a hydrated amorphous form of silica, SiO2-NH2O. Its water content may range from 3 to 21% by weight, but is usually between 6 and 10%. Because of its amorphous character, it is classed as a mineraloid. Unlike crystalline forms of silica, which are classified as minerals, it is deposited at a relatively low temperature and may occur in the fissures of almost any kind of rock, being most commonly found with limonite, sandstone, rhyolite, marl, and basalt. There are two broad classes of opal, precious and common. Precious opal displays play of color, iridescence. Common opal does not, minerals, as they are turned in white light. The internal structure of precious opal causes it to diffract light, resulting in play of color depending on the conditions in which it is formed. Opal may be transparent, translucent, or opaque, and the background color may be white, black, or nearly any color the visual spectrum. Black opal is considered to be the rarest, whereas white, gray, and green are the most common.
well, so here I have two different types of bows. I have the wither bow and the ender bow, because useless items need other useless items to survive. So this Headstrong Reforge, it costs 30,000 coins to apply to an uncommon item, which is relatively cheap, and it gives strength, crit chance, and crit damage. So let's go and apply it. And there we go. Its Headstrong bonus also gives 8% extra damage when arrows hit the head of a mob. Now, if we look at the Precise Reforge, gives 7, 9, and 7 strength, 9 crit chance, and 10 crit damage, as opposed to 5, 11, and 8. But it costs 75,000 coins to apply. So let's also do that. Now, that's it with uncommon, but with rare, it also gives 10, 12, 16 for Headstrong, and 12, 10, 18 for Precise. Now, here's the biggest difference, but quickly let's apply this. There. The biggest difference is the ability. So if we look, the Headstrong bonus gives plus 8% damage when arrows hit the head of a mob, while Precise gives 10. This is constant with every rarity of the bow. So if I go over now and if I shoot it in the torso, 702, but that wasn't a crit. 733. Either way, it's supposed to do like 8% more damage, something small, but that can add up. So if I shoot here, 731, it's a small improvement, but it definitely works. But if I go over to the Precise, shoot in the torso, 1257, versus in the head, where is a zombie villager here, 742 on a non-crit, 744, 704. There's clearly a difference. Now, if we go and do the same damage test with the ender bow, there's also going to be a difference. By the way, the strength value is higher, everything is higher. So if we just test this one on a zombie, 984 on the head. That was a crit. 943. Now, for Precise, we have, where's the zombie? There's just zombie villagers. Torso, 948. And head, 997. So there's definitely a distinct difference in the headshots. There's definitely a distinct difference in the headshot damage compared to the torso damage for both. However, the precise Reforge is definitely better. It gives more stats except for crit chance, and just gives a better ability as well. Also, if you were to not buy this, both of these are dirt cheap on the auction house, you would definitely want to buy the optic lens as well. However, there are two places where the Headstrong Reforge really shines, and that is cost and level. So if we go back and we look at the Reforges again, you will see no difference. Precise is definitely better. However, the Headstrong Reforge only requires mining level 15, while the Precise requires 22. And the Headstrong Reforge was very much so cheaper. Almost every time I applied the Reforge to either of these rarities, the Headstrong was generally very much so cheaper, by as much as 90k on the rare variant. So while I did say at the start of the video that this Headstrong Reforge was very useless, I actually disagree with that. I think that this Reforge does have some potential. I think that maybe a slight buff to it would make it very viable, since mining 15 and mining 22 may not sound like a lot, but when you consider the meta these days is to pretty much never go anywhere and just auction flip, skills are harder and harder to come by. So I'd say that the Headstrong Reforge is definitely a good budget-wise, and it's also very good level-wise. Although if you have to budget that little, then you probably don't have mining 15 yet, but that's okay. So overall, I'd call this a very situational Reforge. If you have the mining level of 15 and you have not enough money to afford Precise, then I definitely go for Headstrong, because Headstrong also gives a lot of crit chance. Not as much as, say, Deadly, but definitely a good amount. And I think that might be better for early game players who struggle to get crit chance, who don't have, say, like legendary armor, who can't get 100% crit chance without their sword, like who don't have ancient or even fierce or pure, or who don't have just an armor that gives crit chance. I don't, but I have a livid dagger. But anyways, everyone, that's going to do it for this video. I thought I'd just make a quick little video about this random Reforge I found, and personally I actually quite like it. So thank you all very much for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Peace.